What do you first aid sleeping? Mm.
Nigeria film.
Price olókùúta yìí ó sùn. I don't know.
That how one rest.
Huh?
All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. If you can hear me, kindly put up a message that you can hear me clearly. All right. All right. We are sorry for the delay. Let me just say happy customers week again. I believe we've been having a very wonderful week. Today is the third day in this week, and it's the fourth day of the month of October. And we believe that it's going to be a very beautiful, profitable month for every one of us. If you have lost anything in the past, it's the month for you to recover it. If there is anything that you need to just to understand is the fact that if market goes down, it will eventually come up as well. So today is a very beautiful day for you to engage the market and then to make good money for yourself. All right. So a quick one. Let me quickly flip over to investing.com. No, I meant to say Forex Factory. Let's see the events that we have this week and the one that we'll be expecting today. All right, let me just share my screen and then let's see how everything flows. Okay. Right. So today being the fourth day, but then so far, you know, Mondays are usually quiet, except for some one or two eyeing partners, but Mondays are usually quiet. But on Monday, we see at around 3 p.m. we had ISM manufacturing PMI that still came out good for the dollar. Meanwhile, we know dollar has been doing well. Dollar has been doing well as against the expectation and the project. You know, like we said, I was telling some clients last week that we may perhaps see a kind of a decline in the strength of the dollar last week due to the expected closure of White House, because they said they didn't have enough money to run the federal government, and they were expected to close the White House, at least to shut down for a while. I think the last time we had such was during President Trump era. All right. But then, you know, I've always said something. The US government always have a way of turning things, or whatever it is. They just pumped money into the economy again, whatever it is that they did. All right. So, but then we saw that instead of a decline, we saw a surge, and the dollar really rallied. It rallied well. Okay. So, that was on Monday, so we saw it move well. Then we also had Jerome Powell speak on Monday as well. Tuesday, yesterday, we have a couple of impact news. Okay, we had the one from the Australian region that came out, their own bank rate as well, and then we had the JOLTS job openings report that came out good for the dollar. Okay, but today Wednesday is also a good time for us to also prepare. You know, don't forget that on Friday we'll be having the NFP. On Friday we'll be having the NFP. And as a precursor to that, we would always have some other news which are important as well, ADP non-farm employment change. But you know, like I think I once said this last month when I took this session, I said to us that before, you might always expect that, okay, this will be a precursor, that whatever you see happen at the ADP non-farm employment change might be the eventual data released for the NFP, but somehow events have shown that they are not really it's not always like that. So you just treat them as the kind of standalone data in terms of their effect on the market now. That's the effect on the market. All right. So, but whatever the case is, today is still a good day for us to make money in the market. It's a good day for us to make. So at 1:15 and then 3 p.m. Respectively, we have some good movements in the market. And don't you forget as well that we have the 2:30 session. Those of you who have not been taking advantage of that, at least go on lower time frame, trade on the what's it called, on the lower time frame. capture the moves and the volatility that you see there. You make good money for yourself. It is something that you find. So as remember, by the time you start engaging it, you will not want to miss it at any other time. All right, because you can always make your money. And I've always said this as well, that each time you trade, it is something that you must learn to trade technically while you also respect fundamentals. You know, I will keep saying it because there is power in repetition. There's power in repetition, and redundancy is not always bad. There are times that you want us to be redundant with the word use age so that it can sync well for people to understand this. All right. So so that somebody saying alpha where? All right. Okay. So that's what I will first say before I switch over to the chart, and let's look at how we can take advantage of the market this morning. All right, let me just switch over to my chart. Okay. All right. Okay, I believe we can all see my screen. You can all see my screen. Okay. All right, this is US index on weekly time frame. This is US index on weekly time frame. All right, and you can see how it's been doing, but go on daily time frame and see how this index has been performing. Dollar has been surging higher for 3 consecutive days now. It's been doing well. It's been doing well. All right, so we might not. Yesterday I was saying to some clients that, well, with what we are saying on it, technically speaking, you might say, okay, it should come down, but it's not really agreeing to that terms. Okay, but that does not mean that it cannot come down. That doesn't mean that it cannot come down. So you see today, like yesterday, today, for example, it has not made the kind of determined stride. You understand? It has not made the determined stride, but generally it's still uptrend, and you've got to respect that. You don't want it to bite you. All right, so you know, like I would always do, I think I always love to start with US index. And for those who understand the power of limit orders, before we have any major volatility, limit orders might be in order for you to use. Limit orders might be in order for you to use before we see any major volatility in the market this morning. All right, so for US index, except I just want to give us solely stop orders, buy stop and sell stops. But then let me also say this. I think that's what I would do. But I will always say that there are other opportunities for you to make money. For example, if I'm giving you a buy entry at around price level 107.205. If I'm giving a buy stop at 107.205, you have to be patient for this to eventually trigger. You've got to exercise the gift of patience, all right? And if you are not patient enough, you might not take advantage of this. And this is what I'm going to give you, all right? I think patience is one of the virtues and language that traders should also learn. Okay, I know that the situations are peculiar. For example, there are times that you don't need to quickly or hurriedly close your trade. You just need to be patient for it to run well, so that you can make good profit. And there are periods as well. That you, if you are scalping essentially, that you don't need to wait longer before you close your trade. So there are situations determine the attitude or the action taken, right? But then this time around, maybe I want us to go the route of patience. Okay, so I'm going to give us a buy stop on US index here that you can go in around price level 107. Can go in around price level 107.205. Can go in around 107.205. Okay, but like I said, you've got to be patient. And then you can always follow it all the way to 107.700. All the way to 107.700. But then, for those who have understood the language of trading, that you don't always, while you take advantage of this, there is also a good opportunity for you to use your limit orders here, especially your sell limit around this region at 106.986. 106.986. The sell limit will be in order around that region, actually. You understand me? For those who don't want to wait all the way for the stop order, the buy stop to trigger. All right. But so I'm just giving it this to us as a plus. It's a plus. Okay. So 107.205, while which is your buy stop entry, and then your take profit around 7.700. But for those who can just take initiative, you can just take advantage of a limit order by using sell limit around 106.986, 106.986. Then follow it all the way down. To this 23.6 pip level. You can follow it to around price level 106.66, 106.66, 106.66. So I said if you are doing a limit order, a sell limit, you can go in at price level 106.986, 106.986, and then you can have your profit around price level 106.674. 674, that region anyway. All right, that will be in order. Now, conversely, like I said I will give us a buy stop and sell stop as the one I'm giving you. Now I'll just show you the other opportunity. So for your sell stop, you can just go in below the 23.6 pip level, go in before that 23.6 below rather 20.6 pip level at 106.597, 106.597. Okay, you can just look at taking your profit. You can look at taking your profits, because actually this will actually mitigate against it. The 38.2 pip level is a short trade, right? It's a short trade, but then let me see how many pips that is. This is about 20 pips. This is about 20 pips. But whatever it is, you can just follow it there and then take your profit around that area. However, that you remember, you need to use good volume to enjoy this. However, for those who will not want to wait that time, a buy limit will be in order. A buy limit will be in order around price level 106.698. A buy limit at 106.698. 106.698 for a buy limit, and then you can just follow it up all the way, yes, to that verified resistance at 106.994. 106.994. Let me say it again. I said, if you don't want to wait for that sell stop to trigger, you can initiate a buy limit at 106.698, 106.698, and you can have your profit around price level 106.994. 106.994. All right. So let me repeat everything I said on US index. I said I gave you a buy stop at 107.205, 107.205, and you have your profit at 107.700. Now, should you not want to wait for it, I said you could initiate a sell limit around this verified resistance around the price level. I can't remember the exact point. I know I gave you 106.962 around that area. 106.962, and I said you could look at taking your profit around the price level 106.698 or 67 something, but you just to follow it to the sell region. But then I also give you a sell stop at 106.597, 106.597, and I said you should take your profit around 106.397. Then I said to us that you could also initiate a buy limit from this region, because the buy stops and the sell stop will be something of a longer time before they trigger or get in or they initiate. But then this limit orders will initiate faster than the stop orders. So I also gave you a buy stop at 106. I gave you a buy stop at 106. Let me be sure I gave okay. At 106.706, and said you take your profits all the way to 106.978. I believe we got that. Okay. All right. So let's just continue and then and see how this goes. All right. Let's move to Euro USD. All right. Sorry. Okay. All right. Okay, this Euro USD, and Euro has been plummeting against the strength of the dollar for days now. For days now. All right. So we'll look at how we can take advantage of this instrument and then make good money for ourselves. All right. So on Euro USD, I'll look at this naturally breaking above this verified resistance. I'm on. Let me be sure I'm on the correct time frame. Okay. All right. So I'll be looking at this breaking for a stop order. I'll be looking at it breaking above the verified resistance that we are seeing here. All right. Okay. So for your buy stop on Euro USD, you can just go in above this verified resistance at 1.04 984, 1.04 984, 1.04 984. And then you can just look at taking your profit all the way. Definitely there is a resistance here. So this might be your first stop. And then if it pushes up, then you can just follow it. You understand? You can just follow it. So you can look at taking your profit at 1.05390. So I said your entry can be at 1.04 984. And then your take profit at 1.05390. Okay. So for your sell stop, you might look at taking your interestingly look at how this market traded yesterday. But I'm going to say it, but let me just give you the sell stop first. Now for your sell stop, you of course you go below this verified support. This will be a very well, you just have to dare it. If it breaks below it and keeps selling, it will break below the weak support actually. All right, so you can go in at your 1.04 247, 1.04247, and then look at taking your profits. Yes, respect the support actually, respect it at 1.03982, 1.03982, 1.03982. However, if you look at the way this thing has traded so far, especially yesterday, it respected these zones. It traded in between the verified resistance and the verified support that we see here. So we must see it do the same until we have a breakout. You understand? That is why I keep saying to us that the analysis is not just to give us, it's not the alpha and omega to everything in terms of the entries. There are other ways to make money. I keep saying this. Everyone who has ever joined my session, all right? So you can look at taking advantage. Look at it now. When price hits the verified support resistance here, it came down. At least it sold down all the way. It sold all the way here. From here, it sold all the way to this point. You understand? So remember, like we would always say, that these regions they are called regions or zones. They are not just lines. You understand? Lines, to call them lines, it will limit the power of this region. You understand? So it's a zone. It is a resistance zone, and this is a support zone. All right. So for it not to have been able to go below, even to touch this verified support, shows that there is a support here. You understand me? But then when it got here, it also went back up again. It went back up again. You understand? Which will be the next thing that you might be seeing, which it started as well. Look at what is happening as well here. It came down again here, and then it came down again here, and then it's going up again. Yeah. So if I were you, this is what I would do, because it is respecting this structure going up again. It's respecting this structure going up again. So I'm just going to prepare myself to take a sell limit. You understand? I'm going to prepare myself to take a sell limit. So if I will be doing that, I'm just going to look at going in for a sell limit around this region of 1.04807, 1.04, 1.04807, 1.04807. A sell limit at 1.04807. That will make sense. And I'll look at taking my profits around the low of today, at 1.04, 1.04512, 1.04512. I don't know if you got it. I don't know if you got it. 1.04512. So if you look at it here now, if you don't want to take the sell limit, allow you to start selling, then follow it down. If you want to take a sell limit, let it start selling. And because it has even begun to give a sell sign, because the wick of the candle is beginning to show its head here now. The wick of that candle is beginning to show its head here now. All right. So, but then if it's selling, follow the sell. You understand me? But you can set a sell limit. You can set a sell limit around this region. All right. That said, so if it keeps selling and it sells down here as well, I'm going to go in for a buy limit here as well. I will go in for a buy limit around this region, buy limit at, so I'm going to use my take profit for this sell limit. I will use it as my entry point for my buy limit. I believe we got that. I'm going to use my sell limit take profit here. I will use it as my entry point for my buy limit. So I'm going to be going in for a buy limit at 1.04512, 1.04512, and then I'll take my my profit at the entry point for my sell limit. That would be my take profit. So I just turned it the other way. You understand? So where I'm going in as my entry point for my sell limit will be the take profit for my buy limit. Where I'm taking my profit for my sell limit will be my entry point for my buy limit. I believe that is understood. All right. Please, hope we got this. Hope we got this. Can we continue? Hope we got this. All right. So let's look at perhaps let's just see USD-JPY. Let's see USD-JPY. All right. So on USD-JPY, you know, the Japanese economy has been a very beautiful one. You understand me? And interestingly, you know, I was having a discussion last week. That was last Friday. You know, we were having a kind of general market review, and I was saying, not online actually, and I was saying that, see, you know, the Japanese economy, what they've been doing so far is that they have not been increasing interest rates as others have been doing. You get. So what they've been doing is to rather cut their interest rates, because towards last year, if I'm correct, they experienced more of deflation. And then when they began to experience the kind of inflation, it was a good ride for them, because they needed stocks to go up. Imagine you having something to sell today. Maybe you're selling at $2,000 today. By tomorrow, price had gone down to $1,005. So investment was not so much encouraging. So, but then, so when inflation began to set in into the economy, they encouraged it, but then it went above their target. So they said that instead of allowing inflation to keep soaring and then going ahead to increase interest rates, what they've been doing is to cut their interest rates. And what that would do is to also encourage internal development, whereby we see people having access to loans. If you cut interest rates, people can easily access loans, and then the return will not be so heavy on them. So they've been doing that, returning, encouraging local investment, which should have been the case for us here in Nigeria, except that we depend more on foreign investment. Right? Sorry, that's what investment. I meant importation. So they do more of local production. You understand? So they do more of exportation than importation, and that is so encouraging. And I was saying that day that we will see this particular economy. You know, it is not for just saying sake that they are called a safe haven economy. Japanese yen is a safe haven asset that people buy people buy in times of trouble. So look at what is happening. Despite this trend that we see in dollar, look at the way dollar is trading and plummeting against the Japanese yen, despite not increasing their interest rates. So that should tell you there is something somewhat sponsoring the strength of this economy, and then we might still see this plummeting experience continuing somehow. So if you would, I'm going to still give us, like I did the other instruments, previous instrument. I'm going to give us a kind of a sell stop, and then also look at, because it's approaching the 50.0 fib level, which will be a kind of a major support level that might push it down. Because if you look at it, that was the base for it yesterday before it started going up again. So it might just see a kind of push up on this point going forward. But whatever the case, let's look at going for a sell stop first, and look at taking our entry around price level 148.623 for your sell stop, which and then that sell stop which is also going to crest on around that 61.83 level, which is a major support level as well. So 148.623, 148.623, and then the sell might not really prosper in its direction, because if you look at it, this was yesterday, Monday, Friday, when price got there, it was pushed back as well. So you might just look at it will be a very tiny one, but then a tiny one with profit it will be. So that's for the sell stop around this region, around this, one for about 20 pips. It is about 20 pip it is. Okay, all right, about 20 pips. About 20 pips it is 148.623, and take a profit around 148.415. 148.623 and take a profit at 148.415. However, with what we are seeing here, should the current candle get pushed back, please just follow the buy. Should it get pushed back, please just follow the buy all the way, because it's beginning to look like that. That is going to get pushed back. Follow the buy. I would have said you should prepare for a buy limit, but it's too late to take a buy limit from this point here. You understand? So you can just prepare to initiate an instant buy, to follow it all the way. Why I'm saying that is that look at the previous candles. Look at what happened here. Look at what happened there. Price could not go below this region before getting pushed up again. All right. So and then look at this region as well. This one is expected it got down here and then got pushed up as well. So we may see this this going up again, having touched this support level that we are seeing here. So that's why I said, if you see this candle start going up, just follow it. Don't look at the face of it. Just follow it. Just follow it and make good money for yourself. Okay, follow it and make good money for yourself. Now, alternatively, for a buy entry, for a buy stop, I'm going to be looking at a buy stop around price level 149.143, 149.143. So we look at an entry at 149.143, and then look at taking your profit before the 23.6 fib level, which is around the price level 149.408. 149.408. I believe we got this as well. Okay, I believe we got this as well. So we can continue. I just look at one more. Let me see USD card. Okay, all right. So well, US dollar generally has been strong and trading well against most of the major currencies. So it has been strong and doing well. All right, so look at it. Today, this is for us. Let me go on 1 hour. Okay. Now, this is in similitude of what we saw. Was it on Euro USD? Yeah, I think so. This is in similitude of what we saw on Euro USD. And actually, a limit orders will be appropriate here. Limit orders will be appropriate here. This current candle is heading towards this support level. So you might want to prepare yourself to take a buy entry. You understand? If you cannot initiate a buy limit around, if it is too late to take a buy limit around price level 1.36967, if it's too late to do that, please kindly prepare yourself to go for instant buy once this current candle start buying, because this one we buy. You understand? Because based on what we've seen here so far, majority you can see price for good numbers of R, price actually traded in between this zone and it has started off this morning doing the same. So you might just want to initiate a buy. So if you are bold, you can take a buy now, self. If you take a buy now, it will start with negative. You understand? So don't come on and say it is selling. If you take a buy now, it will be to your advantage at the end of the day. You understand? But it will start with negative. You understand? Because this one will get pushed up again. So take a buy from here. Actually, take a buy from here. An instant buy will be in order. So you can take a buy from here, instant buy, and then let your take profit be the week of this candle. Let your take profit be the week of this candle. Okay. Let it be the week of this candle at 1.37224. I said take an instant buy, and like I said, that instant buy will not first give you the instant profit you are seeing. All right, but it will be pushed back. So take an instant buy, and then follow it all the way, and then take your profit at 1.37224. 1.37224. Okay, then in the same way, once price hits this region, you can initiate a sell, or you set a sell limit at this point, this particular price of 1.37224. Initiate a sell limit at 1.37224 and take your profit at this entry price for the buy, which is 1.36967. 1.36967. So take now. It's getting pushed up. It's buying already. It's getting pushed up. It's buying already. It's getting pushed up. All right. So an instant buy, I will take profit at 1.37224. For your sell, take a sell limit. At 1.37224 and take your profit at 1.36967. 1.36967. I believe we got it. Okay. So let's look at some commodity instruments. Okay. Let's see oil. All right. Okay. My projection on oil has always been that that we would see oil go up and then eventually plummeting. As a matter of fact, I was expecting oil to still push up to three digit mark. I'm talking of hitting at least $100. But then it tried its best to reach the 95 or 96 region, $95 per barrel region. Okay, and we know what sponsored the strength of dollar. Of oil. I meant to say what sponsored the strength in oil has been for the fact that, number one, we have two major oil producing nations engaging in voluntary cut in supply of oil. Talking about Saudi Arabia and then Russia. And then, like I've been saying, winter is coming. Is the song in the mouth of people, those in the Eurozone. And there is no way, and they also put a cap on Russian oil. Initially, they said they were going to phase out anything Russia oil, but then they eventually put a cap on it, which Russia has somehow in a way disregarded. Because people still patronize them, the romance still continues, whether people will love it or not, right? But then the thing is this: there is no way, because a high price of oil is not so good for the masses. It's not so good generally. That's why governments of nations will continue to rise against it. And then the expectation that there will be a kind of surge or a kind of rebound in the Chinese economy also sponsored the strength of oil in the previous days. But then you should expect it. It has got to its highest high this year. You should see it come down. So we've been seeing it selling for some days now. now. We've been seeing it selling for some days now. That does not mean oil is weak. That does not mean oil is weak and oil will not still buy, because we will still see it buy. Actually, we will still see oil buy well. We still see oil buy well. However, because whether it will buy or it will sell, you are not a friend to any position, except the one that goes in your direction. You know, I've been saying that. So I don't know, because some people just love entering a particular position. I don't like buying. I just love to sell, and you keep entering, sell, and you keep losing money. Some people say I don't like selling. Why will I be selling? I just want to buy. You get no. I don't want to buy. You understand? So just go follow the direction of the market. All right. So let's look at some safe position and to make good money on oil, because this one we still, in fact, you can enter an instant sell. You can enter an instant sell on oil. This is 15 minutes, Abby. All right. Let me be sure I'm on 1 hour. I'm on 1 hour. Okay. So you can enter an instant sell on oil. An instant sell on oil. You can sell now on oil. Sell now on oil. You can sell now on oil. Yeah. You can sell now on oil, and then just follow it. You can take your profits. You can take your profits on this price region. Okay. You can take your profit around price 89.79. You can sell now and take a profit around price 89.79. You can sell now and take a profit around price 89.79. Okay. You can sell now. And then once it touches it, you can follow it up again. But you know, it is so dicey to be doing technicals on oil, because it is more fundamentally driven. It is more fundamentally driven. You get. So, but then you can take an instant sell on oil, follow it down to price 89.79, to price 89.79, and then you can initiate a buy. You can initiate a buy from that price level is 9.79, and then follow it all the way. But if you are looking for a buy stop, let me give you a buy stop. A buy stop will be above the 23.6 fib level at price level. Yeah, at price level 91.20, but you don't have to wait till that time. 91.20, and then look at taking your profit around 91.65. Okay, but then a sell now will be in order. Okay, so let's look at gold. Let's look at gold. You know, it has not been, for those who are on sell on gold, it has not been so palatable. For those who are on sell on gold, it has not been so palatable, because gold kept dipping as USD rallied. You understand? Gold kept dipping. You understand? It just keeps on dipping as dollar rallies. All right, and then it's still a downtrend, there for now. But whatever the case is, if you look at the state of things, if you look at my chart now, it has been trading between the untested support and the untested resistance, Okay, so if I will look at taking good entry on this commodity, I'm going to ask you to look at the way things are now. Look at it. Obviously, let me see it on 30 minutes. Okay. So now, it on 30 minutes, it has the technical support, which has turned to a resistance now. This support has turned to a resistance, and it is selling. It is selling. Now, like I said, you understanding power limit order is quite important. You might see it do this, you might see it sell down here, yes, and then start going back up again. But then I'm going to first give you a buy stop. I'm going to give you a buy stop around price level. If it buys above price level 1824.45, you're going for your buy at 1824.45, then you can have your profit around price level 1827.11, 1827.11. All right. Okay. Then for your sell entry, for a sell stop now, as you go in, if price trades below price level 1819.21, you can take your profit at the low of today at 1816.39. 1816.39. You can take your profit at the low of today at 1816.39. 1816.39. Okay. That said, remember, I'll keep saying it. Remember, I'll keep saying it that, all right, you look at taking your sell limit and your buy limit. They are very much in order, especially when you know our fundamentals of that volatility. They are good in making money. I've said it over and over. For those who have understood the market, you make money when there is no fundamental. You know, fundamental will give you a bigger profit above what you should make. But your true test of strength is in the ability to engage the market, even when there are no fundamentals to make money. You get? But anyway, in the final analysis of the whole thing, the question is, who is profitable? The question is, who is profitable? All right. So you must be profitable. You get? You must be profitable. All right. So let's look at that is for gold. That's what I believe we got this for gold. So let's look at the indices market now. You know, interestingly, we've been seeing some surge in the indices market, some strength in the indices market. And you know, I remember somebody was asking me that I thought when we have a weak a strong dollar, we should have a weak index. I said that is true, but not in all cases, because though yesterday it came down well, it came down well. I said yes, it's true, but not in all cases, because there are times that we have some externalities. Look at the fact that, okay, some of the major some of the major trades, major stocks, I meant to say, major stocks listed on US 100 have been doing so much well this year. Some of them, major ones, they've been doing well. So they've given strength, especially these tech-based companies. You talk about all these AI enhanced companies. So they've been doing well, making good money. So that's why we saw that technically they've been doing well. All right, but if you are on sell on gold, now the thing is, this gold will not always be down. That's it. Gold will not always be down. However, if you are on sell on gold, the question is, will you be able to hold it till gold goes back in your direction? You understand me? So if you're on sell on gold, someone on sell for gold, what is your advice? Is that okay? So yeah, it's good. Gold is selling. Make money. I thought you were on buy on gold. I was going to say, if you were on buy on gold, gold will still go back up. The question is when. You understand me? So you need to have good money to hold the trade. You need to have good money to hold the trade. That's just it. You understand? All right. Then if you're on selling good, good is selling. All right. So I was talking on, let's quickly make do with this. I was talking on USD US 100. I'm talking on US 100. All right. So US 100 I'm going to attend to you. Just hold on, sir. Let me just do this, and then all right. So for US 100, we saw it come down well yesterday. It sold well yesterday, and it's looking at repeating the same. It's looking at repeating the same. All right, but whatever the case is, we might look at for opportunity to go in. You know, I said use your limit order. I can't overemphasize this thing. Use your limit orders, and if you are on lower time frame, on 5 minutes, 15 minutes, you would have made good money for yourself today on this particular index. You understand? You would have made good money for yourself on this particular index. But whatever the case is, because look at it now, it's trying to push up to touch this uncle support, which is now a resistance. You get? So if you put in a sell limit on this now, you might see, if you see it go down again and sell. You understand me? So a sell limit, for those who understand this market, a sell limit will be good here. It will be good around this region. A sell limit around this region will be appropriate. Will be appropriate. But I know some people are so risk averse that they might not want to initiate it. But a sell limit will be appropriate here. Let it eat. A sell limit will be appropriate here. Let it eat it and come down. If you don't want to sell, if you want to set a sell limit around 14661.61, 14661.61, if you don't want to set it, let it start selling and then follow it down the way. See 14661.61. But if you don't want to do that, let it sell, follow it all the way down, follow it all the way down, follow it all the way down. Let's start selling, then follow it all the way down. Then you see it do well. It has begun to give you a kind of a sell direction. But whatever the case, okay, sell limit will be in order here, going for your sell, and then follow it all the way. Let's start selling and then follow it down the way. Once it gets to the verified support, follow it with a buy as well. Follow it with a buy. But for those who want buy stop and sell stop, I'm going to give you a buy stop at price level. Let it break above the verified this Tonko support that has turned the resistance here. For your buy stop going at 14,688.12. Don't confuse it. Don't confuse it. The sell limit I gave you, I said at 14,661.61. That's for the sell limit. But for the buy stop, I'm giving you 14,688.12. 14,688.12. You ask me what I'll be waiting for. I'll be saying you go in for that sell limit. If you don't want to set a sell limit, let it start selling, then join the bandwagon. Sell it down the way. All right. But then for those who want to wait and be patient, you have the gift of patience. Just going up above price level 14,688.12. 14,688.12. All right. And then you can look at taking your profit at around price level 14,751.35. 14,751.35. 14,751.35. Then for those who are with me on the sell trade, you can look at taking your profit at price level for the sell limit now. At price level 14,594. 14,594.31. 14,594.31. 14,594.31. It has begun to sell. It has begun to sell. All right. Okay. So that's for it. That's for it. I think that's what I'll just give us here. Okay. That's for it. So if it sells down to that 14,594.31, it will start buying again. Follow it with a buy. Make your money for yourself this morning. It's a good one. It's a good one. It's a fair deal. All right. If you don't have enough money in your account, please fund your account. I have said it over and over. I have some of my clients on this session, and they will tell you that I've always been saying it, that what makes for good trade and good profit in the market is finding balance between knowledge, between capital, and then your discipline. Knowledge, capital, and discipline. Knowledge cannot substitute for capital, and capital cannot substitute for knowledge. Knowledge gives you direction for good navigation, while capital gives you stability. You can know the direction, but if you cannot stay in the market goes in your direction, you'll be kicked out before you, and your eyes like this, you'll be seeing it go. You say, and I said it. Oh, yeah, you said it. Now you get the direction, but now the person will get money, gets stability. You get. So if anybody has entered the sell, you know, you should be in money, you should be in profit now. All right. Okay. So that is for that. That is for that. Okay. So let's look at another index. Let's look at US 30. I believe we got this on US 100. So let's look at US 30. Let's look at US 30. Okay. All right. On US 30. I'm going to be looking at you are. Okay. Anyway, my chart is still not. Somebody said I've made 14K already. Thank you, Mr. Uchechukwu Emmanuel. You know, some people, even the Bible says, except you see signs and wonders, you will not believe. Some people will not believe except you see signs and wonder. You get, and you'll be seeing it that let me get it there. It is when it has now got to a peak that you now want to enter. You know, what will I do? All right. Thank you, Mr. Uchechukwu. All right. What loss did you use? What loss did you use? That is on US 100. What loss did you use, Mr. Uchechukwu? All right. Okay. So for this now, let me check 0.10. You can see that's 14K. Imagine you use a standard. That's 140K already. Straight. That's 140K already. All right. Thank you, Mr. Uchechukwu. All right, so for your US 100, so I meant to say US 30. Now, let me see it on 30 minutes time frame and see the outlook on it, and then we just initiate some. Okay. All right, it has the chance of pushing up to the 28.6 fib level that we are seeing here. It has the chance of pushing up all the way, but definitely there is a support, there is a resistance, I meant to say, that is preventing it from going above this region. There is a resistance here. So I'm going to say to us that this one will still push up. Actually, it will still push up above this 33 level. So I'm going to ask you to go in for a buy. If price trade above 33,177. 33,177. Going for your buy. If price trades above 33,177, going for your buy. Should price trades above 33,177, going for your buy trade on US 30, and then follow it to that 23.6 level at price level 33,235. 33,235. You might need to just quickly get this down. 33,235. 33,235. All right, I believe we got that. 33,235. You're going at 33,177. Take your profit at 33,235. Okay, and be rest assured, because it's beginning to give you a buy sign, because if you buy, actually it will buy. If you buy to that to that 20.6 fib level. All right. Now from this region that you are now, you might need to also once it buys to this region, prepare yourself to take a sell trade. So you might want to also set a sell limit. You might want to set a sell limit around that price level. Around that price level. You can set a sell limit around price. Coming, just a minute, please. All right. So you can set a sell limit. Sorry. Okay. All right. So once you buy all the way there, just follow. Once you buy all the way there, just follow it with a sell a sell limit, and then you make your money there. Okay. Let me do two more, and then I answer Mr. Oyekomi on the USD JPY. US 2000. All right. So on US 2000, I know many people will always run away from this. Okay. A minute, please. All right, very sorry about that. Okay, I just have to quickly do something. Okay, so for your US 100, I meant US 2000, I meant to say. Oh, I thought I finished US 30. I thought I finished US 30. I thought I did. I thought I did. Okay. All right. So I said you could go in for a buy. You could go in for a buy. Once you get to this 20.6 fib level, then follow it with a sell. Or you set a sell limit. Set a sell limit around that region. Did we get it now? Okay. So I said you could go in for a buy, follow it all the way to 23.6 fib level, and from this region, follow it with a sell, or allow it to start selling, follow it down. You make a profit. So I guess what we are expecting is here. So set a sell limit here at 33,220. 33,220. Set a sell limit at 33,220. 33,220 and make your money. All right. Let me quickly go to US 2000 and then I'll wrap it up. Then for US 2000, I said you could go in for, now this one is going to respect these limit orders. You're going to respect the limit orders. You understand? So what will happen is that you just do this. Let me first give you a buy stop before I give you the limit. For a buy stop, go in if price trades above 1741.2. 1741.2. And then you can look at taking your profit at 1747.2. 1747.2 is this a very big one, very good one. 1747.2. Okay. Now for your sell stop, you can look at taking your profit at price level 70, going in for your sell stop at 1723.0, and then take your profit at 1716.6. But you don't have to wait for all of that, because price is going to eat this resistance at price level 1736.5. You can go in for your sell there from 1736.65. Go in for your sell there and then follow it down to this region at 1725.3. From 1736.5, going for a sell limit, follow it down to 1725.3. You make your good money. All right. So I believe we got that. All right. So then one more, and then I'll answer Mr. Oyekomi. Okay, one more. I'll just do D30, and then we call it a day. All right. So for D30, and now this is on a 5 minute time frame. So you can, let me not give you that, but you can make money. Let's go on 30 minutes. Okay. Now the current price is trying to break this technical resistance that we are seeing here. All right. So should it break above it, just going for your buy, just follow it with a buy, which is likely to do actually. So if it breaks above price level 15180.7, going for your buy and take your profit. Is a very good one. It's loose tiny, but it's a very good profit for you. Loose tiny, but very good profit. And take your profit at 15199.4. Going for your buy at 15180.7. And take your profit at 15199.4. It's a good one. Alternatively, should you start selling here, follow your sell, but this sell will not be a very lasting one actually, what I'm saying here. But should you start selling, follow it with a sell, follow it down. You can look at taking your profit at price level. If you start selling, you can look at taking your profit at price level 15119. It has started selling anyway. You can look at taking your profit at price 15119.9. It has started selling. If you enter an instant sell, look at taking your profit at 15119.9. I believe you got that. So let me quickly, because I need to wrap it up now, let me quickly look at USD-JPY. So Mr. Oyekomi, you said for your USD-JPY, what's the issue on it, sir? What's the issue on it? So that we can wrap it up. Mr. Oyekomi, what's the issue on USD-JPY? Oh, you enter at 249. You enter a buy or a sell. You enter the buy or a sell, a buy, and it has been selling at 149. Okay. Don't worry. In as much as our dollar is still strong, it will still go up, because look at it yesterday. It got to the 150. We've been projecting that you get to that 150 mark. So you go to the 150 mark, it can still go up. Just have enough money. You understand? You understand? Just have enough money. So don't worry. Just have enough money. It will hold it. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. It's been a very beautiful time this morning. So fund your account. If you have any further question, you can relate to your account manager, and let's have a very profitable, a very wonderful trading day. God bless you.